Hello and welcome to an update video. Today we want to take a look at the daily time frame. Just wanted to help you understand and familiarize yourself with the daily time frame. First of all, we're looking here at a chart where we were very much oversold, right? I mean, Bitcoin was very much oversold here in November, early November or mid-November it started, and I made you aware that whenever that happens, very often we should see a stronger counter trend move start. Very often 20, 30, 40% historically occurred as upside when the market was oversold, yeah? Sometimes even more, of course, yeah? So if we measure from the low, what the chart has already done, it's around about a 10 to 11% move. I didn't quite grab the low there, but from the low of last week, the market recovered already 11%, right? So to the top of the resistance area, and I'm not saying we have to get there, but obviously it's possible in this wave 4 bounce that we're tracking that the price moves up to the top of resistance. That's around about 25%. The resistance area we're watching is between $92,821 and $101,183. So this is the bounce that we're currently watching. And Bitcoin could be working on this wave 4. That was the expectation because Roman wave 3 was actually complete. Visually, and also based on the nanostructures, and also based on Fibonacci mathematics. It was clear that wave 4 could start at any point. And we actually had a completed wave count to the downside on the nanostructure level. So if you know our micro counts, then you know that and you can follow that. Now, the resistance area is clearly defined here. And over the coming 1 or 2 weeks, we should get there. Obviously, this depends on support levels that need to hold, but we talk about that regularly in our videos. If we get a impulsive rejection from this resistance area, then this is likely the A wave to the downside. And one more low is absolutely possible in the orange scenario. I have to say the move to the downside looks technically incomplete, which is why the orange scenario is something that, even if just for risk management purposes, needs to be followed. Now, the yellow scenario is absolutely possible in which an A wave has already bottomed. Either wave A is a complex WXY structure, yeah, or we just skipped, it might just be hidden somewhere in the internal structures. What we've seen in this cycle again and again, or let's say here and there, is that the last 4 or 5 pattern was just skipped. And that often happened when the sell-off was very rapid. Now, this wasn't exactly it was fast, but it wasn't like a flash. It happened over, a period of a couple of weeks, this correction. So I think there was enough time to form a 4-5 pattern, but we'll see. I mean, all I'm saying is we don't need the 4-5 pattern. I'm watching for 2 things. First of all, I'm watching now for the exact structure that's developing in this move to the upside. Currently, it confirms the orange scenario because the move to the upside that we have seen from the Friday low, from where we expected a bounce, so far is corrective in nature, which if you follow the micro patterns that I share all the time. So it kind of adds up, with the orange scenario. But if, for example, we start to see 5 wave movements to the upside, or we start to get some upside momentum in resistance, and volume is coming in, buying volume, then this would add further weight, actually, to a more directly bullish scenario. For example, the blue scenario in which we're tracking a 1-2 setup, the price could still reach 200K plus. That's possible. Yeah, it's on the chart. Yeah. And this is technically valid as long as we're holding the April low. But to be honest, ideally in the blue scenario, the market should have formed a low now. Or even in the yellow count, we could get another high. Yeah. So I wouldn't want to say that below the April low, we're going to drop like a stone. Yeah. It is kind of a line in the sand, but what could happen is we get a flush below the April low if we get another low, or just here with this additional A wave in the orange count, and then the market recovers. And that would then be a B wave, yeah? And the reason is that after 5 waves down, we should get a counter trend move to the upside. And it might be aggressive, yeah? So I'm just saying, yes, the April low is important, but more like if we get a decisive break below. Yeah, it's not like, of course, the blue count will then be invalidated. So it clearly shifts probabilities towards much further downside and a larger correction. But it's not that, if we break below the April low, like suddenly we're going to crash. I mean, we could do, everything is possible. But I think what would rather be more probable is that we might get a brief break if it happens, and then we be prepared for a counter trend move because everybody will get bearish below the April low, yeah. But either way, for now, I think the focus is very clear. The market is doing what we wanted to see. The start of a 4th wave, we already moved up 11%. So the focus over the coming weeks is on how this wave 4 takes shape. That's the update on Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed the update. Make sure you follow us and also leave a comment. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Are you looking for exchange with 0 fees over 3,000 plus trading pair with industrial leading liquidity proof of reserve that has 1:1 ratio with 24/7 online customer service support? Scan the QR code to easy to direct MEXC website and start your first trading. Thank you.
Trading is never as easy. But who say you can't have fun? In every minute you lend, the more you will enjoy. As you grow up in this industry, you will find yourself, and so round yourself with people who will help you to grow up as trader. It's hard in the first place, but I am sure you will be successful. As a trader, always remember trend is your friend.